and welcome back to the Córdoba Music Group YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Katie, and this series is all about trying to break out of the beginner zone into the intermediate zone. Now, typically when we first start, we have a lot of open chords like C, G7. Sometimes you think, you know what, I want to switch things up a bit. So I'm going to show you some chords to swap out, or some different voicings that you can swap out for your easy ones to something that's a little bit more complicated that adds just a lot of variety and interest. I'm going to show you two different ways to play some common open chords. So first we have a D7. So we have second fret, open string, second fret, open string. Try swapping it out with the bar chord D7, which we're going to bar the second fret. Finger number 3 will be on the third fret of the A string. We have this E7, which we have first fret, open string, second fret. And this E7 looks very, very similar to the D7. It's the same shape, but we're going to slide it up 2 frets, and it's going to be barring the 4th fret, and your middle finger, finger number 2, will be on the 5th fret of the A string. Next we have open B7, and then a bar chord B7. Open B7 looks like stairs. Finger number 1, 2, and 3. Those are going to be on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th fret of strings E, C, and G, like that. The bar chord, you are going to bar the 2nd fret, and finger number 2 will be on the 3rd fret of the C string. Now, how I recommend you go about using these different variations is 1, look at the chord charts that you already have or the songs that you already know and incorporate the more complicated or the different voicings instead of using the typical ones that you know. It's going to add a different dynamic to the song, and it's just going to breathe new life into old songs that you already know. Another thing that you can do that I highly recommend is that if you have a song that has perhaps a D7 for 8 counts, play one variation of D7 for 4 counts and play the other for the other 4 counts. So for example, if I have a D7 for 4 counts, and then I switch to the bar chord D7, and I have an E7 for 4 counts, and then I have the other E7 for 4 counts. So instead of just playing the same chord over and over again, I can add those variations, and it's going to add some awesome dynamic. I'm going to play each chord for 4 counts on each variation so that you can hear just how different they are and how cool it can really be when you add another variation. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now there's more. I wanted to show you 3 different variations of the C chord, the F chord, and the G chord, because there's some really cool things that you can do by even going further up the neck. So the first chord that I'm going to show you is a C chord. That's usually the first chord that we learn, 3rd fret, 3rd string, right here, C chord. Now the second voicing looks like this. Oh. That's a little bit more interest, right? Little different voicing. So I'm going to take finger number 1, push down on the first 2 strings of the 3rd fret. Finger number 2, 4th fret of the C string. Finger number 3, 5th fret of the G string. You could also bar the entire 3rd fret if you would like to. The next chord looks very similar in shape, but we're going to slide it all the way up to the 7th fret, and finger number 2 is now going to be on the 8th fret of the E string. So we have our open F chord, 2nd fret, open, 1st fret, open string. The next variation, we have a bar chord using our ring finger, or you can incorporate fingers 2, 3, and 4, and then finger number 1 on the 3rd fret of that A string. So you can either bar the 5th fret here, or use all 4 fingers. The next variation looks a lot like the C chord, but I am going to be sliding it all the way up to the 8th fret, 9th fret, and the 10th fret. Again, you can bar if you would like to. Whatever you'd like to do. We have our G chord. So we have open string, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 2nd fret. This next G shape should look very, very familiar. Should look like F chord on the 5th fret, but now we're going to move this up to the 5th and the 7th fret. Again, use all 4 fingers if you would like to. And then we're going to move this, like our C shape, our F shape, or you could bar. We're going to move it up even more so right here. I'm going to bar right here because the closer and closer you get to the body, those frets get smaller and smaller. And so I find that typically using this shape, like the one that looks like stairs, it's a little harder for me, so I bar, but it's the same concept. And I have the 10th fret, 11th fret, and 12th fret if your ukulele allows. So how would you incorporate 3 different variations into one song? Well, this is great for a song that has a very simple structure. So let's say you have a C chord for 4 measures, 16 counts. That's a long time to hold a C chord, and it might get a little boring and you just want to mix it up. So what I would do is that I would hold or strum the C chord on voicing number 1 for 4 counts. The next 4 counts, choose another voicing, and then the last 8 counts, choose the other voicing. And I would do that also for the F chord and the G chord. Okay, let's give it a try. 1, 2, 3, 4. So give that a try. Swap out one of those variations for another chord voicing. I think you're going to be very, very surprised how much it just breathes new life into an old song that you already know. Okay, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.